Welcome to Missouri Sports Talk. I'm your host, Cameron Staley. Today I'm here with
I'm Mohammed.
Thanks for coming on the show. This is my first interview for 3 months, so you are also you're the first ever junior profile, so you're making history today.
Yep. Appreciate you for having me.
All right, so let's go ahead with the hot seat. You know what that is. You got 60 seconds to answer 10 questions.
Okay.
So I'll give you a 3, 2, 1. All right, 3, 2, 1. Favorite food?
Chicken Alfredo.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
Dubai.
What skills do you want to learn?
How to be more of a leader.
Okay, if you could meet anyone, who would it be?
Either my grandparents or Drake.
Okay, what's the last show you watched?
Love Island.
Okay, cats or dogs?
I'm scared of both. I like turtles.
All right, pregame ritual?
Go out to the field an hour before meetings. Probably drink an energy drink.
Do you have a favorite song?
I'm on one by Future.
Okay, if you could time travel, would you go future or past?
Definitely pass.
Okay, do you have a hobby?
Working out.
All right, you got it. 44 seconds. Winner, winner. All right, let's go ahead. So let's talk about what brings you here today. You are actually on your way to a visit. You're going to Lincoln today. So why did you feel like going to Lincoln was the correct thing?
I just feel I've had a good connection with the coach. I've been talking to him for a minute. I like his mindset. I like what he thinks of me. And then we've been talking for a few months, so I was like, I might as well stop by. Got a few more visits today, actually. And I chose Lincoln just because how good of a connection. Had one with McKendree, but a lot of their coaching staff has been out here and there. They've been moving them up D1, which it's part of a business now. But I just decided to go with Coach Vaught from Lincoln.
So you've been on a few visits already. Last week it was SIU Carbondale. So what visits overall have you been on so far?
So I started out this year with Lindenwood, and then went to Mo West, and then hit up Washburn with my friend J-Mac. We were at Washburn, and then the next day, actually, went to Harding University, took a visit there, worked out in front of the staff. They had a few Arkansas schools there. Southern Miss was there. And then last week I was at SIU, and then this week I'm at Lincoln.
So you just received your first official offer, about a week or two ago? Yeah. So tell me what that meant to you to finally get that number one.
So actually, I was at Washburn. We were checking in and everything, and I get the text, and I didn't talk to that coach. I was really talking to their head coach and their linebackers coach, and I got a text from him. He was just saying how many offers you have and everything, and then he randomly hit me. He was like, well, we want to give you the first, blah, blah, blah. We talked about it, and I mean, it felt great. It felt amazing knowing I had one and that I can just build off that. Because going into it, I missed my whole junior year, basically. So going into it, I was like, what if I don't come out with an offer at all? And so when I came in to Washburn and got the offer, I got kind of relaxed a little bit. And I was like, now I got one. I finally have somewhere I could come in and play for.
Right. So what other schools are you talking to right now? That was Ottawa State, correct?
Ottawa University.
Okay, Ottawa University that offered you. What other schools are you talking to right now? Obviously, we just mentioned that you're here for Lincoln. You said SIU, Lindenwood. Do you think you're on track to get those offers? And what other schools have you talked to so far that you're probably planning to visit?
Yeah, so definitely those schools. I got invited to go on an official visit to Washburn this summer, actually. Really just the heart of MIAA, so like Pitt State. Talk to Central Oklahoma a little bit. UCM, I'll probably be out there this summer. Really just MIAA, Truman State here and there. They just had some coaching changes. But really just the GLVC, MIAA. After I took my visit to Lindenwood, I started getting I got called by 2 schools, and then I started getting hit up by SEMO, UT Martin, just the schools around there in that OVC conference.
So you mentioned a lot of D2 schools. Do you think you'll probably end up at the D2 level, or are you kind of hoping that you're going to start racking up those at least lower level D1 offers?
Yeah, so I honestly think I could get some here and there, some FCS, some Lindenwood here and there. But honestly, for me, I don't really want to hit the portal at all. I want to stay at a school where I feel like I can play either my freshman, sophomore year, really get good, and then maybe my junior, senior year, if I get to a level to where I could go FBS, then I might decide to switch. But I'm really interested in getting my degree and everything, not too focused on getting into the transfer portal and all that.
So your freshman year, is redshirting something that interests you, or are you just kind of wanting to hop in right away?
If I get redshirted my freshman year, I mean, I'd be, especially if I believe, so I'm going to commit to a school where I believe in the coaching staff. I trust they have my best interest in me. So if I end up redshirting my freshman year, I'm just going to have to keep the same trust with the coaches and everything and believe that that's like what they want. That's what's best for me.
So you mentioned getting your degree. What's your major going to be?
So I want to major in cybersecurity or data analytics side of the business, just either computer IT, just stuff like that.
All right. So overall goals during college, on and off the field, what are you kind of looking to make your college experience look like?
So I definitely want a goal, like a great goal would be just All-American for that D2 level maybe, win a few conference champs, maybe compete at a national level, and then off the field definitely just getting my major, internships, just networking with other businesses and other companies.
So you go to Francis Howell Central. We haven't mentioned that quite yet. We mentioned that you're a junior now. You're going into your senior year.
Yeah.
So you guys are hoping to build up. So you guys have started spring workouts,
Yeah.
correct?
We started spring ball. We've been working out since January. We work out in the morning 4 times a week, and then with spring ball, we've been switching to 3 times a week, and then we'll have our spring ball practices 2 times a week.
So when are you guys allowed to finally put on the pads?
So we're not allowed to until summer.
Okay, so is that like June?
Yeah, June.
Okay.
Camp.
So let's go ahead and talk about this season. How do you guys feel you're building right now? Like overall spring workouts, you can't really gauge how the team's going to be 100%, but is there a good vibe in the locker room?
Oh, yeah. So I feel like a lot of us, our class of 2026, have really stepped up into that like leadership role, into where, we have to make sure we're holding people accountable, bringing people to workouts, just having that leadership role. We're not really that rah-rah team this year or more. We're going to just stay locked in, put in the dirty work, and then just come out on top later in the season.
So let's talk about the schedule. You guys released your 9-week schedule. You guys open up the season, the home opener, week 1 against Liberty Wentzville. That was a pretty good team last year. And this is a Thursday night game. So, you guys will have eyes on you to start off the season because this is literally the first day of football besides Jamborees.
So, Liberty last year, it was a super rainy day, got delayed for like 2-3 hours. We were tied at half and just fell short. I mean, shout out my boy J-Mac. He's nice. Kind of took apart our defense a little bit, but I feel like if we just buy into what our coaches have for us, I think we'll be fine. We'll come out on top.
So week 2, you guys will travel to Festus. This is a state runner-up team last year, so they're looking pretty good. I know they lost a pretty good senior class, though, so this could end up being a pretty even game.
Yeah, I actually had a friend that used to go to Festus, passed away, but it's, really good, strong team, really disciplined, really smart, physical team at Festus. It's going to be a great environment. I think it'll be a pretty good game.
Week 3, you guys are going to Viani. This is a team led by Sam Dean, their quarterback. He's going to be a senior this year, correct?
Yep. So I don't know a lot of kids from Viani or nothing, but last year we kind of dominated that game last year. I think I don't know anyone there, and I think we'll do the same this year.
Week 4, you guys are back at home. It's Fort Zumwalt West. They're building the team. I think those are legitimate contenders in Class 5. So this is going to be a really good test for you guys.
Yeah, my boy Clayton O'Brien, he's nice. Dom Lawrence, he's also nice. I knew a few boys there. We work out together sometimes. We've went on the same visits. They're a really good team last year too. They had a really good class of 25, graduated a lot. But, I think this year's going to be a little bit different, more of a competitive game. We just got to finish stronger.
Week 5, you guys go to Troy Buchanan. This is a team that's got a really high-powered offense. The defense, not so much. So if you guys are looking to win this game, the offense has got to be clicking that night.
Yeah, so last year during playoffs, my first game back, not 100% healed, but I ended up playing. We were actually up 18-6 at one point, I think, in the first quarter. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out to like turnovers, making sure we're playing discipline, not trying to just shoot gaps and be blind back there in the backfield. But like in those moments, we just gotta take advantage.
Week 6 is Timberland. This is a team that had one win last year. Their coach ended up stepping down, and they brought in former Rams, St. Louis Rams running back Arlen Harris. So we'll see if he can build it. He's won a state championship before as a head coach. That was with Lutheran St. Charles. I think it was like Class 2 back in 2019, 18, 19.
I don't know a lot
so
about that.
it was a while ago that happened. So this team, I don't necessarily know if they'll be there the first year under Coach Harris. I'm sure they'll build, but for this year, I feel like that's a pretty winnable winnable game for you guys.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Timberland. I just know every time I've played them, I've won. So.
So Francis Howell North is week 7. You guys are going there, and then week 8 you also go to Francis Howell. Yeah. So those the rivalry games? I know they've got the same name to it. I don't know if you guys really hold those two teams like that high of a rival just because, the school names are similar, but those are two pretty stacked games there.
So Howell North, I actually know a few people on that team, but in my opinion, I feel like they look at us as that Super Bowl game. I don't really put too much like on them. I mean, they beat us my sophomore year, maybe. I don't even remember, but yes, last year we dominated. I mean, we scored 18 points in 2 minutes, so. Not really. And then Francis Howell, got my boys there. Got Jalen Ballard, especially. We've gotten closer over the years of playing him. But no, it's going to be a good game. I've never played them at their place. So, I mean, I can't wait. It's going to be my last time probably playing them at their place or playing them in general.
So they have a new coach this year. Have they hired somebody yet?
I don't think I'm not for sure if they've announced they're hiring anyone yet. But, I mean, there's a bunch of rumors about a bunch of kids leaving, coming back. There's a bunch of chaos in that.
Yeah, we'll see how Hal does this year. It might be interesting. And week 9, it's Washington. That's a team that was, they're okay last year. They weren't anything, eyes popping out, but they weren't like super disappointing. So this one could be a pretty good battle at Hal Central.
Yeah, so my freshman year, we played them at Central. We beat them. I remember being at that game. Washington last year, I mean, they're big old boys up front. I mean, they play hard. So, I mean, I didn't get to play them last year, unfortunately. But from what I saw, they play hard, and they don't stop. So
let's talk about the overall goals for this upcoming season. All 3 of your years in high school so far, it was 4 wins, 4 wins, 4 wins. So I don't know if you really want to sit here and place a win amount on your guys right now. I won't make you say an amount of wins. Maybe a goal of how many wins you would like to see or more, obviously. So give me overall team goals, how you guys feel this season, and I want to hear some personal goals as well.
So team goals wise, just a winning record, conference champ would always be really good. I think this year we're not going to do as much talking. We've been called the underdogs for 2 years now. So, I mean, now we just got to prove it. Now we just got to put our heads down and work and then finish out games. That's all it is. I'm not going to put a win record because every year we say, oh, we're gonna do this, we're going to do that, but we haven't shown enough or we haven't shown anything yet. So, some goals for me, I want to get an all-conference, all-district. I mean, I missed out basically the whole last year. So, I mean, I'm coming back for it all. And then maybe all-state.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about those past few years. We'll start off with your junior year. You were injured. You missed weeks 3 to 8, correct?
Yeah, so I played week 3, and then I think I got hurt either mid-game week 3 or mid-4.
Okay, so it was a partial Achilles tear.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you only missed like 6 weeks. Like I thought with like any sort of Achilles tear, that's shuts you down because there's a potential that it goes all the way. But you ended up making it back in about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So overall, what was that injury like? Do you remember the moment that it happened?
So it happened in game, and I didn't really feel it as much, but it was like two helmets just came in on my Achilles. And I didn't really put too much in it. In that practice, we were doing this drill, and people weren't paying attention, or they weren't locked in. I think it made it worse. They weren't doing it right, and they did something completely opposite. And then that was I think, Troy game. I tried coming back for a play, seeing how I was going to be. And first play was I couldn't even fit a gap. So, I mean, that's when I knew it got worse. So then I came back. I tried every day. I practiced the rehab and all that. Tried coming back against Howell, actually. And then got hurt again that week at practice. So I couldn't play against Howell, couldn't play Washington. And then I was like 60% strength. I mean, I just knew I just needed to be there with my team and everything. So, I mean, I just played through it. I would tape it. I do all the rehab, recovery. We have great trainers. So, I mean, they helped me a lot. And then, I mean, I wasn't 100%, but, I mean, I tried my best against the playoff run we had, the little playoff run we had.
Right, so you ended up getting a playoff win. That was against Hickman?
Yeah, Columbia.
Okay.
Hickman.
Tell me about that game. You know, that's your I think that's your second varsity playoff win. You guys won one sophomore year, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But overall, what did that feel like winning that game?
So we came into their house, came out, me and my friend, we walked out during warm-ups, and we were just watching their team. Their coach yelled at us. I mean, they were talking a lot. And then when we came out at halftime, we were up, but our coaches told us to don't be too comfortable in that situation because, like, I mean, they're a good team. They have a good line. They obviously have Brock. But, I mean, we just stayed locked in. We finished through. We didn't give up on each other. We didn't quit on each other at all.
Sophomore year was basically identical to junior year, 4 and 7 seasons. You were telling me before we started that you're kind of in and out. You're a little bit of both, JV and varsity. So overall, what was that season like?
So that year was the year I ended up switching to more of the line side. Didn't really get a lot of reps on varsity. Played like the fourth quarter, third quarter, stuff like that, just little stuff. Or when someone needed a breather, I'd go in. But honestly, I had most of my year on JV. We ended up beating Hickman first round again. We went to Rockbridge. It was a great experience. We practiced at Mizzou's. We had a walkthrough at Mizzou. So, I mean, it was a great experience. The drive was awful after losing, but, I mean, it was fun playing out there. It's a good environment, too.
So what was freshman year like? That was 4 and 6. So it's been 4 and 6, 4 and 7, 4 and 7. Yeah. Like I said, obviously you guys are hoping to at least get that winning record this year. Yep. What were you up to freshman year? Do you guys have a freshman team that you're playing on? Yeah.
So actually, our freshman team, we basically beat everybody. We had a great 26 class that stayed together from 8th grade, and we just added more people. We basically beat every team. I stayed on freshman. I didn't move up. I didn't play JV or I didn't play varsity that year, but I played strong safety. I was terrible at it. But no, I mean, it was super fun. I mean, we never really lost. So
when did you first get into football? Was this something that you knew from a wee little lad that you're going to do this for a very long time?
So, I mean, actually, I started my sport career playing soccer my whole life. So, from age 4, I ended up playing one of the best youth teams in the state, 7th grade-ish. And then 8th grade going to high school, I switched schools, went to Howell District, met some kids that I messed with, and then they got me to switch over to football. And so then I started going to their practices, just seeing how it was. And I put on the pads last week or something. And then I was like, okay, I'm probably going to stop playing soccer, this, and that. Because I know that I think I just felt like football was for me. So I switched over to football. My freshman year was my first season.
So do you have anybody that you kind of model your game after, whether it's a former teammate, a college guy that you really liked, professional, whatever it is? There's somebody that, you see and you're like, I want to be like him. Yeah, so
I model myself after I tried being kind of like a Chase Young, maybe probably a Nick Bosa, Aiden Hutchinson a little bit more now, but just those edge guys that are purely dominant. Trying to think of some other names. You could say Shamar Stewart just got drafted. I like him a lot.
So you played a few other sports, correct? So
yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
So I played soccer growing up. and then I played basketball my freshman, sophomore year. And then I got hurt, and I was like, I'm not even able to run down and back of court. So I ended up wrestling my junior year.
So are you still going to wrestle your senior year as well?
I've thought about it. It really just depends. I'm not really trying to get hurt or anything. So, but I wrestled like 80%. I was going to rehab like 2-3 times a week during that.
Right, so this was your first year of wrestling?
Yeah.
So you're new to the sport relatively. So what was it like keeping a good mindset during these matches?
So a big thing was practice. Our coaches, we have a really good coaching staff. Our school's a good wrestling school. I mean, girls win state. We have state qualifiers every year. And I feel like just that practice, the mentality our coaches have, just kind of like grew on me. And it was kind of like, I know my team will have my back if I lose this, or I know someone will step up for me. So,
All right, last question for you is a deeper one. What's the best lesson that you've learned from playing sports?
my best lesson has probably been like never give up. Probably always work for whatever you want. Don't just say you want something and not hold yourself accountable. Because honestly, like I started my freshman year and I ended up getting my first scholarship offer. So if I can do it, then anyone can.
All right, well, I'm going to send you on your way. Thank you very much. Have a good time at Lincoln.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me.
This has been Missouri Sports Talk. See you next time.